Oh my gosh, y'all. I think I have pooed like, it's gotta be over 10 times. Oh my goodness. Follow me on my colonoscopy journey. Are you guys ready? Let's go. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to What's the Tea with your girl Lea Lola. So this week's episode is going to be about having a colonoscopy procedure. Yes, I am going to take you on my journey of having a colonoscopy and all the ins and outs and the nitty gritty and all the disgusting factors. So if poo bothers you, if medical stuff bothers you, if any of that stuff bothers you, you might not want to watch this week's episode, but I hope you do. And come along with the journey because you're going to see the prep the day before, you're going to see the day of the procedure, and you're going to see the day after, because there's some things I need to tell you. Because there's some things that when I watch other people's videos, they didn't tell you about the day after. So I'm going to tell you about the day after. So come along with this journey and let's go. Okay, so today is prep day for the colonoscopy, and well, the first thing that you're supposed to be doing in the morning is taking 4 stool softeners. So I have my 4 stool softeners right here. I just bought a basic generic stool softener. You can get whatever you want. They say Docalax or Miralax or whatever. I'm not for sure, but I'm cheap, so I just bought a generic stool softener. Let me grab one. They look like this, like just little gel caplets. And basically, you just take that in the morning at 11 o'clock. And then at 1, we are going to start that awful, so awful prep. So cheers. I'm going to take these stool softeners. And let the prep begin. Woo. Well, it's 1 o'clock, guys, and it's time to drink this drink. And apparently they gave me a lemon lime flavor, and I have to drink this every 15 to 20 minutes. The stool softener is already working. I can already feel my stomach talking back at me. So this is going to be the most horrific day ever. This is going to be so nasty, but bottoms up. Cheers. What's the tea, girl? Ugh. So, nothing's happened yet. My stomach is just talking to me, so I will keep you posted. But this is the second round, and this is about 20 minutes later. So 15 to 20 minutes. So I'm kind of taking it 20-minute increments until it's halfway gone. And then I'm done for the day. Then I have to finish the other half at like 5 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, here we go. The rest I'm just going to skip, and then we'll just fast forward. Yeah, because you guys don't need to see me drink this every single time. But bottoms up. So hey guys, here's dinner, chicken broth and jello. Remember, you have to have an all clear liquid diet, no solid foods, no red, purple dye type of food, which you shouldn't be consuming that anyway. And I think the jello for me was probably the most satisfying part. Also, don't forget to have all your necessities on hand.
2 hours later.
Oh my gosh, y'all.
I think I have pooed like, it's gotta be over 10 times. It has to be. I've lost count. I'm so tired of pooing. My hiney hurts and my hemorrhoids have popped out. And I really just want to go to bed so I don't have to deal with it anymore. But I know I'm not done pooing, and I still have to finish the next half of this prep tomorrow morning. So yeah, I'm hiding in the bathroom because it's just coming out like water. So good morning, everybody. It is like 5:30 in the morning, and I'm up for my second day of the prep. I have my procedure today, later this morning, so I have to finish the second half of the prep solution, and I was actually able to get some sleep last night, but yeah, we'll see how it goes this morning. I have to talk quietly so I don't wake up my teenager and my husband, because I'm going to take advantage of this little bit of quiet time this morning. But yeah.
So yeah, I had to finish this by 7 a.m. You may have to finish yours by another specific time, but make sure you do so that you get it all out before you go. On our way to my procedure, and my handsome hubby is driving me this morning. He's making me late.
Not me.
Yes, you make me late. But so I finished all the bowel prep. Everything was fine, and it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. And I did want to give y'all a little tidbit that, you know, one would think, and I didn't remember from my last 2 colonoscopies because it's been so long ago, what it actually looks like when you're like all clear, but it's not clear. So you actually, it's yellow because the bile, I guess. I don't know. I'm not a gastro doctor, so if you want to know more about that, I guess I'll look it up and I'll answer any questions. But it actually ends up coming out yellow when it's all clear. So I'm good. So I'm ready for this procedure. So let's go. Hey y'all, so this is the day after the procedure. I would have came back on yesterday after the procedure, but I actually was a little groggy from the anesthesia, so I came home and I knocked out.
Really large and oversized. Today you want fitted. So this is what you look for. The bottom of your...
So that happened. But I'm jumping back on now to let you know that all is well. I didn't have any polyps and there was no sign of colon cancer. I just have irritable bowel syndrome. That's not really what I wanted to hear, but I'll take that because the symptoms can be managed. So I'm good with that. But I wanted to tell you guys about the after effect of the procedure, why I had the procedure done, and why I think you should go and get the procedure. The aftermath of the procedure. I went home, I was tired, I knocked out as you saw, went to sleep, didn't really eat anything. They kind of say to follow the brat diet to kind of bulk up your stool again in your system, so you don't want to go out and eat like a really greasy meal or else you are going to pay for it. So trust me when I say this, eat a banana, have some rice, and have like an egg on toast. Like start small, some vegetable soup or something. Don't go eating a big salad or anything crazy like that because you will be paying for it. Okay, so once you get back into the recovery room, I couldn't really take a picture because I was super groggy, but they gave me apple juice and Cheez-Its. I had a choice of peanut butter crackers, saltines, Cheez-Its, or something else. I didn't hear what she said. All I heard was Cheez-Its, and I love Cheez-Its. So I really was in recovery for maybe about 30 minutes. They just want to make sure that you're waking up. They give you your snack. They give you your apple juice because you haven't eaten. and they want to kind of give you something to put back in for your blood sugar and things of that nature. I was able to get dressed. I went to the bathroom, and then you have to have a ride. If you're put under anesthesia or some kind of sedative, you have to have a ride. So my husband was waiting in the waiting room, and I was released to go, and everything was fine. Went home, knocked out, and got up. And then, so I took today off because you're also very gassy. They will not let you leave unless you pass gas. So I saw this other review, and it was a great review of a lady, and she has so much information, but I remember her saying, she said the same thing. You have to pass gas before you leave. She goes, but I didn't pass gas. You are a lie, because they will not let you leave unless you pass gas. So yes, I passed gas like 5 times, and I was like, I passed gas again while she was talking to me. I was like, did you hear it? I passed gas because I wanted to go home. I wanted to eat. But the next day, I took today off because I was so bloated and I had so much gas, and my stomach sounded like a roaring thunderstorm with thunder, like roar. It was like the ghost of Christmas past. Roar. It was like my daughter was Snapchatting my stomach last night. So I was like, there's no way I'm going to be able to clean my client's house today, because I have a very bad feeling that this is not going to go well. And sure enough, today the gas is still flowing out, and when your poo starts actually flowing again, it comes back out as diarrhea, guys. It just, because there's nothing in there, so it just goes whoop, straight through. So everything that I've eaten today, whoop, straight through. But it is bulking up because I'm eating things to, bulk the stool. But it every time I eat, because there's nothing in there, it goes whoop. I guess that's how you're supposed to poo. I decided to drink coffee. So stupid. Don't do that, because coffee is like a natural diuretic / laxative. Yeah, but I had to have my coffee because I was having a withdrawal headache because I couldn't have my coffee before. Yeah. So let's get to the nitty gritty. Why I want you to get a colonoscopy and a screening. So I have some small statistics for you guys. So 1 in 20 people will be diagnosed with colon cancer. That's 1 in 20, guys. So if you're standing in a long line at a theme park and you count 20 people back to you and you're number 20, boom. And then you count back 20 more people, boom. And then 20 more people, boom. 1 in 20 people are going to be diagnosed with colorectal cancer. 25% of colon cancer is derived from a family history of colon cancer, which is why I'm getting screened, and I will get to that in a minute. And then you have 1 in 3 people are not being screened for colon cancer. And it's such a preventable cancer if you get screened early. It's one of those cancers that are very treatable if they catch it early, but if it's caught too late, your chances of survival decrease significantly. So the other statistic that I read is because so much awareness has been made for people 50 and above, like once you hit 50, you have to get screened every 10 years. So they're catching it early in, 50 plus age group. But now the 40-something age group, let me back up. So it's decreased now for 50, 60, 70-year-olds. But for 40-something people in the age bracket that I'm in, that's actually increased because we don't think that we are susceptible to getting it at such a young age, because the education hasn't been put out there that, yes, indeed, you can have colon cancer in your 40s. So that's kind of one of the reasons why I'm coming on too, because I am 46 years old. This is actually my 3rd colonoscopy, and this gets now to why I've had 3 colonoscopies. So I'm in the family history bracket. My father actually ended up having colon cancer. It was quite weird because the first time I ever had to see a gastroenterologist, I had blood in my stool. and my dad happened to be visiting me. And so I was filling out the form, and I looked over at my dad and I said, "Dad, do we have a family history of colon cancer?" And he goes, "There's no family history of colon cancer." So I checked it off, went in there, and I had to have my colonoscopy at that point, and everything came back fine. It was just a big old fat hemorrhoid, right? That was causing the blood in my stool. But then a year later, my dad was experiencing terrible, terrible stomach pains and ended up going to the ER. They did an emergency colonoscopy, an emergency endoscopy, and that they found that he had stage 4 colon cancer that had metastasized through his body. My father was diagnosed with only having 4 to 6 months to live, and he actually lived for another year, and then he ended up passing away. So this is something that is very near and dear to my heart. So that's why I'm kind of getting on here, and I'm urging everybody to go get screened for colon cancer. If you're nervous about the procedure, that's another reason why I made the video. Don't be. The worst thing that I can tell you out of this whole thing, it wasn't even the prep. The prep's not that bad if it's cold. The worst thing was getting another hemorrhoid while having to go to the bathroom so much. And just make sure you have some kind of preparation H or Tux and baby wipes or fleshy wipes, because your bum will be very sore from wiping. That was probably the worst, because it's still lingering now even after the next day because of wiping and the horrendous hemorrhoid that I got. So whether you do Tux, preparation H, Vaseline, aloe vera, whatever is going to soothe that hemorrhoid or soothe your bum area, that's legit the worst of this whole entire procedure. It's not even drinking the solution. It's not even really sitting on the toilet for a long period of time, which you bring reading material or your phone. It's actually the consistent wiping. So if you make preparation to have everything there to bring some kind of comfort, then that is the worst part of it. But make sure that you go get screened. Make sure you talk to your doctor. So I hope you guys have found this video informative. I hope it kind of eased your nerves about having a colonoscopy. I hope it's not so bad now. You'd be like, "Oh, hey, she went through it. I can go through it too." And I hope this brought a little humor and a little insight to why you should have this colonoscopy. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more content, and don't forget to hit the bell notification for more of the latest tea being uploaded. I'm Lea Lola. Thank you for watching this episode, and you all have a blessed day. Bye.